Hi everyone, this is Aruna Aruchami, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, SNS College of Technology. In my lecture series today we're going to see about the design of first adder. Under that we're going to see about the carry look ahead adder, how it can be worked, why we are moving from this to the carry look ahead adder. And also we're going to discuss along with the disadvantage in my previous version. So before entering into the thing, first we're going to see about the what do you mean by binary adder. So binary adder is nothing but we have to do an operation along with the augment and addend. We can able to produce this summon. My augment is AI, addend is BI. We can get the two thing. One is a sum, another one is a carry out. And also we are having a carry in. First, I have to start it from left side to right side. If I add these two things, we know that 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0, carry is 1. Here 1 plus 1 is 0, sum is 0, carry is 1. This carry I have to pass it over here in a second bit. So now I have to add these two things, 1 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 1, 11. Sum is 1, carry is 1. This carry I have to pass it over here. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. I have sum is 1, carry is 0. This carry is passed over here. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. Sum is 1, carry is 0. So this is the how a binary adder can work it out, this operation. Here, each and every carry, it can be cascaded to the next bit. That particular carry is again cascaded to the next bit. This is the how a binary addition can be worked it out in our architecture. This type of thing we can call it as a ripple carry adder. What do you mean by ripple carry? Your carry can be added to the next bit of an operation. Here, this is a 4-bit triple carry adder. Each and every full adder, it will have like this. This particular circuit is present inside over here. Each full adder can able to perform only one bit of an operation. The COT is coming over here. Initially, it could be a 0. This particular carry, we can pass it to the next set of next bit of value. This particular carry pass it over here. This particular carry is passed over here. So this type of an operation, we are cascading our circuit to do the operation. So only we are call it as a ripple carry adder. In this case, you're having certain drawbacks. That drawback we can call it as a carry propagation delay. So why I'm saying is a carry propagation delay. So while doing this operation, it will produce certain carry. If that carry is positive to my next set of the thing only, I can able to perform this operation. So through that, there is a delay period is present here for starting this operation. So that particular problem only we can call it as a carry propagation delay. So this could be avoided by using a carry look ahead adder. There we're going to use some temporary register to resolve this problem. So this is a major thing, major drawback in the ripple carry adder. So that is propagate the ripple carry from least significant bit to most significant. If I have complete this thing, definitely I need carry 1, carry 2, carry 3. Then only I can able to do this particular bit of an operation. So this is the how there is certain delay period over there. That delay period only we can call it as a carry propagation delay. So this could be avoided by using a carry look ahead adder. In this, how we can overcome this thing is we're going to use a local memory. So for that, we're going to use the two different type of a signal. That is the intermediate signal we're going to generate. One is a generate signal that is denoted by GA. The another one is a propagate signal that is denoted by PA. So this is the same logic circuit I have to do certain differently. So first half adder I have generate GI. Their carry bit only can we call it as a GA. That some bit we can take it as a propagate. That propagate we have to pass it to the next half adder. This both the half adder some can be added, some can be sorry carry can be added together, can produce the carry out signal. So sum can be this both the sum can be added and produce a thing. So this is the how sum is called xi XOR YA, again XOR with CI. This output can be added over here. So here Ci plus 1 is First, it will produce a xi and yi. Here, you're having a propagate signal, that is xi plus xr plus ca. That could be over here. So we have to write it as like this. So in this case, we can able to generate, this one is a gi, this one is a pi. So we have to replace the equation is ci plus 1 equal to gi plus pi. So in this case, if you are going on, if I substituting the values, in this case, I'm going to take GI and PI and SI are the local to each cell of the adder. CA as a local each cell, and CA can be changed to more global function spanning multiple cells. So in this case, how it can be worked out means, if I substitute 0 in the place of I, so C1 equal to, because here Ci plus 1 equal to GI plus PA into Ci, the place of I 0 like this, I equal to 2, I equal to 3, I equal to 4. So in this case, if I calculate, this is my first bit of adder itself, I can able to calculate my what is the next carry. So this could be done in the local 4-bit carry look ahead adder. So this particular, until the completion of the sum, if I get this value, I can calculate the carry. That carry I have to pass it to my next. During this thing, the delay period can be reduced. So only this particular algorithm can be used for the design of the first adder. So this is the general expression for the carry look ahead adder. So this is the 16-bit carry look ahead adder. I have to use 4-bit adder as a 4. I am able to draw the 16-bit carry look ahead adder. So that's all about the thing carry look ahead adder. This is a very, very important question for your final examination. Thank you for watching my video.